And welcome back to the show. O Collection is a brand that's created for the modern day girl boss. Our next guest is a multifaceted woman whose lives, or I should say, lives or aspires to live a luxurious lifestyle. And joining us to share now more details is the founder of the O Collection. And we've got Oni Higgins. And Oni, glad to have you with us.
Thank you for having me. Excited to be on.
Excited to have you sharing too. And tell us a little bit about the O Collection because we've got a luxurious lifestyle and a way to live.
Yeah, so the brand was founded back in 2021. It was right during the pandemic. I always knew that I wanted to do fashion or something related in that field. I just couldn't like pinpoint what it was. And then a light just went off and it was like, duh, shoes. You always wear heels. You always have on heels since high school, a young woman. And it was just something that I wanted women to feel good with and feel like they can live luxury and embody luxury, especially Black women, and not have to break the bank for it. You don't have to pay $1,000 for a pair of shoes. You don't have to pay $500 for a pair of shoes. You can have luxury and it be affordable to your lifestyle that you might have. So, that's what the girl bosses, the modern day girl bosses, we're working, we're multifaceted. We have so much going on. And I just want shoes that represent that for other women.
You talked about starting this during like the pandemic. What was it that really said, hey, you know what? I got to do this? Because was it the fact that we were indoors and I got to make ends meet? Or was it that I really want to do something connected to my heart?
It was always, I wanted to do something connected to my art. The issue was I was just trying to figure out and explore like different options of what it was. I always knew I wanted to do something fashion related, whether it was a clothing boutique, accessories, I've always known it. I think what the pandemic helped with, it was more so of me being able to do the research, the market research, look at my competitors, come up with a business plan. I really had time to dedicate and pour into the business side of it. So I think that that's what motivated the actual launch. Like it launched way quicker than I expected just because we were home doing nothing all day and I had the time to.
Yeah. And so being a Black brand designer, what's that like for you now? I mean, obviously you got product out there, you got things going for you, but what's it like for you to be a product designer, and particularly an African American woman?
Yeah, I was just talking to a friend about this because a lot of times you see Black designer, well, you don't see many of us in the fashion industry. That's one, right? But then when you do see us, a lot of time our brand fails or it has a high peak and then it runs off. And it's just about a lot of education. Like there's a lack of education, financial resources, things like that within the Black community. I will say I feel like COVID has helped a bit in that way to get these resources within our community. However, just in general, I do feel as if there's a lack of them. Like I don't see many other Black shoe designers, or we don't have a huge community where I can reach out to multiple designers if I wanted like a mentor or just a business partner, to run ideas off of and see how other people operate. So that's one thing that I hope that I can be a trailblazer in, or possibly connect the shoe designers that I do know who are women of color together, all get together and do something amazing for other people who might be aspiring to do the same things that we're doing.
And you talk about aspiring. I want to talk about inspiration. Where does the inspiration for your work come from? I mean, obviously, you put out some great things, but what inspires you, and what takes you, what says, hey, I'm make a product like this, that, third. Where's your inspiration come from?
Sometimes, so what I'll do is typically I'll test it out. So I'll see like what's trending at the moment. So taking in what's trending and then also trying to do other funky things, like something that I haven't seen before, because you can go and get a regular Black shoe from Steve Madden or Aldo or something. I want something that's going to make you stand out a little bit, or you walking into the office and everyone's like, yeah, I gotta get those shoes. I love your shoes. Or you're out on the town with your girlfriends at dinner and everyone's complimenting you or asking you about your shoes. So inspiration for me is whatever works, whatever come to mind. I'll start with a sketch. I'll have someone draw up a sketch and put all these ideas together. Sometimes it's 3 or 4 sketches because I just have different ideas. And then it's beautiful just watching everything come into fruition and watching something that started out as on pen and paper come to real life and being worn on the foot to people.
And so for people want to find out more about your product, see your product, where do they go about doing that?
Yeah, absolutely. Our website, www.ocollectionshoes.com, very simple. And our Instagram is also o.collectionshoes.
So for yourself, what is I should say the hardest part about the work that you do? Because you have to stay in line with trends. You got to, and then at the same time, you want to be unique in what you do. And you just admitted there's not a whole lot of Black creatives that you can really model after and people that you can kind of like get the mentorship from. So what becomes the hardest part of putting this all together?
Time. Time is a resource, right? And for many of us, I'm sure many of us, we start out as this being a passion or a hobby, but you also remember that we have full-time careers and things like that. So finding the time to and making sure that you're doing things like we are today, or you're networking, or you're finding time to post in a busy day. So I think that that would be the most difficult. I wish I had more hours in a day to really dedicate and do everything that I need to do. I would say that that's definitely most difficult. But as things are evolving, as business begins to grow, you know that you can leverage other entities. You can have someone posting for you. You can have a social media coordinator. You know what I mean? You can have automated email marketing, things like that.
So what's next? I mean, you got all this on the plate. What's next?
We're hoping to launch something very big next year. We hosted our first sip and shop in Brooklyn in June last year, and we're really looking forward to hoping to have another event of some sort, but definitely a new collection coming out in March 2024. So super excited for that. The campaign, the vision behind it, everything. I know everyone's going to love those, as well as our typical fall 23 season with the boots.
Well, I want to wish you much success. Thank you for being with us and sharing, and great to have you with us on it.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
All righty. Well, I want to let you know if you want to pick up the collection, find out more about it, well, visit their website, ocollectionshoes.com, and then social media at o.collectionshoes. We encourage you, don't go anywhere. We've got more open right after this.